with Tom Slivick. Comprehensive news, because in today's world, you need more than
Hi everyone, and welcome back. We're talking about Amador Lifeline and also American Legion Ambulance Post 108. And let's just talk just a little bit about American Legion Ambulance Post 108. Now, they're like that's a post, that's a veterans organization.
That is correct.
And so they help vets and things like that. And I belong. There's a lot of people, a lot of camaraderie. But the Legion a long time ago said, why don't we offer an ambulance service, get back to the community or something like that, right?
That's
and
right.
So you run the business side of the ambulance.
Correct.
Is that correct?
I am the operations manager for Amador County.
Okay, so more than just the business, you make sure everything in there is running right.
Field operations, correct.
Okay.
And I just want to point out that American Legion Post 108 started the ambulance service in 1929.
Right.
So we have been here supported by the Veterans Organization for a very long time. We're one of the few that's still left in the United States. And they felt that there was a service that was needed in our county, and so they started this ambulance company. And our ambulance company is now ran by a board of directors that are post members. So tight connection between the two.
And, it's like, it used to be just in Amador County, but years back, you branched out. I think you won the contract in Calaveras.
Correct.
For the excellent jobs that you do here. Response times are really good and very well run.
Yes.
We're really glad I'm really glad that we have the service of response that we have in this community. I think it's quicker than it is in the cities.
Yeah. We do. We have a wonderful group of staff that works for us that provides excellent care. So citizens here are very fortunate.
Okay, and I've just found out from Virginia that you branched into Calaveras as well with your outfit, and to be able to put these units to people in Calaveras, and it looks to me like you have a partnership with. Is that the Amador Community Foundation?
Well, we have had that for about 6 years now, and it's an income-restricted sliding scale program. It's funded by 2 local individuals, and we serve 25 clients in our community that otherwise would not be able to afford the monthly fee. Mr. Lennox came up with the idea of making a donation that would help Calaveras clients. And because there's currently no funding there, but there is also a need of seniors for this service.
So I'm not sure if I got this whole right. So the Amador Community Foundation gave some kind of a grant to help 25 people, was that?
2 local individuals gave money to this partnership to fund 25. And in talking with Mr. Lennox.
Right, then he said we need to do more?
We would like to do more in Calaveras. What do you offer? And I said, I'd love to offer this kind of a program in Calaveras. And he said, I'll give you a donation, and we'll start with 5 clients and see how it goes. Because we're a part of Calaveras, and there's a great need over there for their seniors to have the same kind of service. So we're very excited about that.
I imagine we have the same demographics as Calaveras and Amador with a lot of
similar.
A lot of gray hairs.
They're similar.
And let's see, Al Lennox, president, I think, of the.
He is. He's the president of the.
And he came up with this flyer, and I think we already took a shot of this. But tell us what we're looking at here, Virginia.
Well, now one of the other things that they are involved in is the Commission on Aging. And one of the committees of the Commission on Aging is the Reflective Sign Project. Again, a beautiful, integration of services because we do community projects as being part of the Commission on Aging, and they said emergency services cannot provide immediate service if we can't find people.
Let me see if I can cut a little bit to the chase there. So if we look at this, we see the mailbox, and it has what looks like a reflective lettering.
Yes.
And I imagine you could put that on the mailbox, or maybe if your house is out there or something, you could
or a metal
put that
post.
on the somewhere where the ambulance and the emergency people, maybe be the fire department, can come on out and find you.
Yes.
Okay, because that can be hard.
Yes.
Right.
And then you have longer wait times, so you've got patients that.
Okay, so that's what this is about, and there's a $20 thing on here. What does that mean?
There's a $20 fee for seniors to get a reflective sign. And actually, the partnership came, we needed some seed money because the Commission on Aging is just volunteers. And so Mr. Lennox said, I'm willing to give you the seed money to buy the initial signs and get them into people's homes.
Okay.
And so that's how that partnership came about.
Okay.
But you'll also find this on their annual report. On the back of the American Legion Post annual report, there is this, because they feel so strongly that the community all should have proper signage.
Right, and it is $20 for seniors, but anyone could get a sign if they'd like.
It's $5.
It's $25 for everybody.
It's 25, the seniors get a break?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Got a pace to get old.
And the Commission on Aging actually makes the signs, and then we take them up to the American Legion so they can either pick them up or arrangements can be made to get
I'm
them
going
to
to
them.
look at this other, as long as we're talking about signs and this. And this one here is talking about your product here, the Lifeline unit.
Yes, and Mr. Lennox's endorsement of support for
Okay.
us at the top, and that actually is going to go in.
Does that help you a lot when you're selling? You say, hey, American Legion Post, the ambulance people, they really like us.
This is brand new. Mr. Lennox actually asked me to come to his office, and he said, I'd like to put this in our newsletter that goes out to all our veterans, because we have aging veterans, and it would help them and help us a lot if they had this service.
Okay.
And so that's how that endorsement came about, and it'll be going out to 800 and some odd newsletters between Amador and Calaveras County of the Post members.
Okay.
Or ambulance ticket members.
All right. Now, I know everybody out there has heard us talk about veterans quite a lot. The words popped up. But you don't have to be a veteran to get this Lifeline help at all.
No.
If you are a veteran, though, you want somebody watching your back, right, and helping you out in case you run into difficulty. So it's a great partnership there, that's for sure, right?
We feel that,
and
we're very grateful.
And also, you'd like to know that you have a backup and it can come to you as fast as you can.
Correct.
And of course, all of the stuff behind your organization being able to roll at a moment's notice is going to help if you can't get the word to them. And this is a way you can get the word even if you can't talk to them.
Yes.
All right, so that's a great thing, Virginia. And
It's also important that people have their ambulance tickets, and now the new enhanced one for a helicopter, because that's another tool that people can use. They're using their Lifeline, they're getting help right away, and then they're making the assessment right now as to what kind of service is needed. And those ambulance tickets are very reasonable for the service provided.
They are. So for a ground ticket only is $100, and then for a ground ticket in combination with air ambulances, it's $190. And you can find those at the American Legion office in Sutter Hill, or some of the local pharmacies also carry them.
and that is really
the senior center does too.
Senior center has them.
That's really a great thing, because anybody who's ever had an ambulance ride, maybe it's not covered, and it's good for a year. It's not like, here we punch your ticket, sorry you have to get another one. It's for the whole family, your immediate family.
For the whole year.
For a whole year. Yes. And that helicopter ride is really expensive.
Yes, it is.
And not only that, but you would, if you want to get somewhere fast and they can't treat you here, or they can't treat you in Calaveras, they're going to take you out to Davis. It seems like quite a lot of people go to Davis. But what other hospitals do they fly to? Do you know that?
So we also use Kaiser South Sacramento, Sutter Roseville, Kaiser Roseville. We also use 2 trauma centers down in Modesto. So these are for the sickest of the sick and the most injured patients that need to get to services, like you said, that might not be available at our local hospitals quickly.
And of course, there's just one American ambulance service, American Legion, that covers that, but there's 3 helicopter outfits that you had to work together with to get them all on board to be able to, which one is going to respond. Because I think whoever's up gets to respond, right?
Correct. We don't even know who's going to come until they get here. So in order to offer that ambulance ticket program, we had to make sure that all companies were on board.
Time's of the essence when you're really badly hurt, and you're really badly hurt when they fly you out of here. I'm sure of that.
Yes.
So
that's another demonstration.
Really Let's continue on with something else that you have here. Maybe we covered that enough, but what about the CPR that's going to be offered to organizations. What is that? Who wants to speak to that?
It is a compression-only community
That's what you just
CPR
pushed.
program. Exactly. It's to take the yuck factor, if you will, out of CPRs, because a lot of people won't perform CPR because they don't want to put their mouth on somebody else's mouth, which is fine. But compressions, pushing on their chest, is really what is going to
That works
push
just as
it.
well?
It does.
Okay,
And
that's what I've heard, and you're like,
Yes.
well, I've been doing this all these years, but okay.
American Heart Association in 2010 actually changed their guidelines for layperson to make sure that they would do CPR only doing compressions, no more ventilation. So in turn, we've developed a program along with multiple organizations. We now have a coalition called the CASH Coalition, Calaveras Amador Start a Heart Coalition, that has multiple fire departments, both hospitals, ambulance service, public health departments, the Red Cross. Everybody has kind of joined together and formed this coalition so that we can go out and give a 15-minute presentation to organizations, just anybody who wants it, churches, schools, anybody who wants it,
And what
on
does the
how to do just compressions.
So what does the presentation do? Just shows people how to do it? You can learn it in 15 minutes?
Basically, yes, you can learn in 15 minutes. Identify the ones that need the compressions, call 911, where to put your hands and start pushing on their chest, and
the type of compression you need to have, because it's not just like this. It really is a deep compression.
We will teach them exactly how to do compressions.
Okay.
We have mannequins that we bring out. We show them through.
Yeah,
It's a very quick program that anyone can learn.
Wow, okay.
And we have them coming to our volunteer
We
training.
only have
And
like 20 seconds. I hope we covered, there's so much to this. There's,
Thank you.
I'm running out of time myself, so I'm Tom Slivick, and we had Virginia Manor, and give me your name. Okay, against Michelle Clark. Michelle Clark from American
you.
Legion Ambulance Service. And thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.